Hello and welcome back to another video with me, Emil, and today we're gonna check out something great. I've just bought myself another 1973 Super Lead. This guy right here. It's actually pretty much identical to my other 73 Super Lead. It also has the same mod as that one. Yes, the Folkesson Mark II mod. It seems to be a very popular mod over here in Sweden, and it's actually quite hard to get a Marshall that is original. But we'll talk about that more later. Yes, I have too many amps, but it's my passion to buy amps and try them and compare them and stuff. And I mean, but I'm at a point right now I have to sell some amps. So I think my JVM and my Mesa Boogie Mark V might actually head out pretty soon. We'll see. Because right now my passion is all about old vintage Marshalls. They give me that wild thing, which maybe newer amps or other manufacturers might not give me. So that is my as you can see, this is my passion right now. So anyway, what is this? I said it's a 1973 Super Lead. It's far from stock, although I'm going to get some stock-ish sounds out of it today. It has 4 channels, clean, and semi-clean breakup sound, and a crunch, and 1 lead channel. So 4 channels. And when I bought this amp, the seller told me it has some issues with cracks, pops, and dropouts, and some of the channels are not working properly. I was a bit concerned that it might be something internally with the mod, with all the relays and stuff, because I pretty much know the circuit from a original Marshall, which is quite simple, but then the mod, it's not simple. So I was quite worried about that, but I think the solution was, or the problem was at the pots. And as you can see, you have the regular pots on the front, but on the back you also have individual controls for all the channels. So I think the problem was at a few of those. Anyways, I got this amp really cheap because of that, and the seller was really nice. He told me all about that, and he even lowered the price at the final bargaining. So I got it really cheap, and I'm very grateful for that. And I think I have all the issues sorted out with some electronic spray and elbow grease. So I think that's sorted. It sounds phenomenal, by the way. We're gonna take a look inside. We're gonna start with that, and then play it, because the serial number indicates that this is an early 73. My other one, that is a much later one. It's something like 9,000th Marshall that year, 73. This one is it's much earlier. It's like it's among the first 1,000 or something. So after a little googling around, I suspect that it might be the legendary point-to-point board inside this amp. We'll have a look inside and see. I'm quite excited to see if that is the case. If that would be true, I don't think it's gonna affect the tone that much. I am gonna play these two against each other in a later video. I don't think it's gonna... Well, of course it's gonna sound different because... but mostly I think that is because of the components being like has higher tolerances, and like one amp can sound like this and the other one sounds totally different. I think that it's mainly because of all the components being like, and once in a while you get this really cool Marshall. My 50 watter in the bottom there is just like a magical, it's a very magical one. This 173 is much more midier, has a huge mid-range, and it's great for playing like warm solos and stuff. This one we'll see about, but I don't believe in like the magic point-to-point thing. Some do, and that is fine. That is okay to believe what you want. I think it has to do with all the components being just a little bit off, and this is, yeah, you get the idea. So let's take a look inside, and then we'll come back and play some more. Okay. Okay, you can see the focus on mod going on here with the fourth channel. I think actually these are responsible for the cracks and pops and dropouts also, because I think the pots in the front are actually better quality, so we'll have a look at that. Anyway, that's not why we're back here. We're back here for this, if we can get that in focus. That is a really early serial number. The SL/A stands for Super Lead, and after that we have the serial number, sort of. So this is the 1018th model from that year. The E would be 73. So this is sort of around the 1000th unit they made that year, which should be pretty early. My other 73 is somewhere up in like 9,000, so that would be later that year. That one has a PCB. Still sounds great, sounds awesome, but I have actually high hopes for this one being a point-to-point. Like I said earlier, it's not going to be a guarantee it sounds better, but it's going to be more rare, and the cool factor is going to be higher, and also the price. Well, I'm not really interested in selling this because it's such a rare Marshall, but if I would someday, it's going to be worth more. And if it is a point-to-point one, I'm going to remove the mod and try to get it back to stock as best as I can, because these amps deserve to be put back to stock. Yes. Okay, so let's take it out of its chassis and flip it over. Okay, I found some more evidence here of this being a really early one. You can see the test there. I'm not sure which way the month and the day are switched, but I'm guessing either 1st of February or 2nd of January 73, which is both very early and would indicate a point-to-point. That's awesome. Okay, so the tubes looks great. They're all electro-harmonics. Looks fairly clean and new one. Let's just real quick take a look at the ECC 83s. And oh, come on, focus. Yeah, it's the same there. Yes. So I'm guessing all the tubes are electro-harmonics, which is it's a great brand. So okay, I'm not gonna waste any more time. let's just have a look at what we all came for. Is this point-to-point or a PCB? Let's flip it over. And indeed, it was point-to-point, so that is awesome. Look at that. Well, there's not much of the original board. As you can see, the mod has taken basically the whole preamp section out of it and replaced it with a lot of wires, relays, and this mystery black box there, which is epoxied in, and you can't really tell what it is. Well, we can speculate, but we don't know for sure. And these are all the parts from the mod. But look at that. That is awesome. And it's so much easier to restore this than if it were to be a PCB. On this, I can just take everything out and easily just rewire and resolder everything back. Should be fairly simple. I'm thinking, however, to that I might want to leave because I mean the mod done to this amp is great. I love how the effects loop really works on this amp. As you saw, the extra tube on top there is like a power amp class A small power amp tube, which gives it the sound of a pushed power section right before the effects loop. So you really get that sound and feel and be able to use an effects loop. Because if, as you all know, if you're pushing the power section and maybe on the reissue one use the effects loop, it's gonna basically sound the same as if you were to put it in front. All the distortion is gonna happen afterwards. Let's say, or delay or reverb, which is not going to sound great. So this solution is, to me, really good. It's working fine. So I might leave that in, and that would be those two inputs, or I might relocate it at the back, so you can still use your first and second input. This is your channel switch jack, that would have to go. Yeah, but anyways, I'm not going to do that now. I'm just happy to see that this is actually a very early 73 point-to-point, and yeah, that's great. Let's take a listen to it. Yes, you can't really get that sound out of a stock Marshall Super Lead. That is way too clean, and I love this channel. It is it's so clean, beautiful, and very soft. can't get it to break up. Hopefully you can see this. This is my channel switch. It has 4 modes. Right now, when only the green switch is on, that would be my clean sound, and that is what you just heard. If none of the switches are engaged, that would be my semi-clean breakup kind of sound, which sounds like this. Very huge sound, and I love it. It's not very distorted, but you still have all the feel, and it sounds amazing. That is the well, I guess Folkesson calls it the crude sound. It is somewhere in between clean and crunch. Let's go to crunch next. That would be only my red channel, and it sounds like this. So that is a quite heavy sound. It's great for old 80s rock riff and all that stuff. By the way, I'm just going straight into the amp, no effects or anything. Well, I might have a slight delay, or a huge delay. I like delays. Afterwards in post, but nothing in front of the amp. This is only the amp that you're hearing, and by that, let's go to the lead channel, and I'm a bit scared because that has a lot of gain. So what will the lead channel bring? If you press both switches, you'll get this. Yes, and there we have it. All the 4 channels in my new amp. And I'm happy. I hope you're happy with the video. If you like this kind of stuff, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.